Let's get it going with our trader rundown. Joe Cusack of Money Block joins me now. We have a big Fed announcement coming in today. What do you expect?
It's the Fed. I mean, you can bash the Fed. You can say, even if you knew the number, what does it matter? You got to trade what's in front of you. I don't expect anything from the Fed.
A big zero on that.
A big zero on that, and I just think there's going to be a bunch of rhetoric that hopefully won't be spooking the market, other than what you have to do, which is look at what's out there in front of you, what's trading, and that's what you have to focus on.
And what do you see out there? You actually see signs that we could be in for more fluctuations, wild swings in this market. What's telling you that, Joe?
Right. You know what? Yes, China. Yes, the geopolitical components, Europe, the Fed.
Oil.
Bottom line is oil. I mean, you can keep going on and on and on. I watch the VIX index. That is my index, and really when you look at the VIX, it's telling you that there is still uncertainty, that there still is the potential for violent moves. The VIX has stayed over 20 since the beginning of the year. We're looking like yesterday had pulled back, but we're looking at a VIX that's telling us expect violent moves. And we're also in that environment with earnings where we're going to have those binary situations other than the Fed. So again, people need to stay nimble, they need to stay on their toes, and they need to keep their emotions in check.
That's right, and just stay the course. So lots of cross currents in this market, and now add to that, Apple had earnings after the close last night, Joe. A lot of bearishness going into those earnings.
Yeah, you know what? Apple had priced in going into their earnings around the potential to move about roughly around $6, right? On a $90 stock, that's a pretty decent sized move. All right, so you want to keep an eye on this. What was interesting is that players continue to hedge their Apple positions, and we saw that continue going into the earnings announcement. There was some put activity. It continued. They rolled that into the next week, even though they had the binary event this week. That is telling me that traders are still on edge, even after the earnings announcement. They're still buying protection. Even though it's short-term protection, they're buying it. Angie, that's the kind of thing that investors want to keep an eye on, because that's why you have to stay nimble.
The trade continues on in Apple. Thank you very much, Joe.
Yep.